What's up guys, it's Morp again, back again with another video, and today I'll be giving you 10 mangas and manhwas with pretty OP MCs, and this involves all genres, so please put that in mind. And I also won't be putting anything here that has an anime adaptation, so these are all purely mangas. And before we start, I'm gonna give a shout out to Rimuru for having blue hair, and also please do those YouTube things, subscribe if you like more content like this. Like the video, comment, and share. And let's get this video to 30 likes since there are 30 days on the month of November, and yeah. And that's for a part 2. So, here we go. First up is we have how a realist hero rebuilt the kingdom. Oh hero with that cliched line, Kazuya Soma found himself summoned to another world, and his adventure did not begin. After he presents his plan to strengthen the country economically and militarily, the king Sadas then gave the throne to him, and Soma finds himself saddled with ruling the nation. What's more, he's betrothed to the king's daughter now. In order to get the country back on its feet, Soma calls the wise, the talented, and the gifted to his side. 5 people gather before the newly crowned Soma. Just what are the many talents and abilities they possess? What path will his outlook as a realist take Soma and the people of his country down? A revolutionary transferred to another world administrative fantasy series starts here. And next at number 9 is we have Dragons Rioting. As a 6-year-old, Rintaro is diagnosed with Henisei Tashu Ijo syndrome, also known as hentai syndrome, a disease that could kill him if he gets sexually aroused. To save him and provide a way for him to live as a normal life as possible, his father teaches him the ways to control his body and mind for 10 years in the mountains with the martial art of the Koei Sogetsu. When he's 16, he chooses to enroll into Nangokuren High School, which he assumed to be the biggest all-boys school in the country, but is actually the biggest all-girls school that has just gone co-ed. On his first day, he stumbles upon a large-scale battle and learns that the first rule of the school is that it abides the law of nature, which has turned the campus into a war zone-like environment. Rintaro now sees transferring out as his mission, but will it be that easy now that he's caught the eye of the 3 dragons, the bodacious female leaders of the 3 biggest factions around? So at number 8 is we have level 999 no Morabito. In this world, the concept of level exists. Other than those who live of defeating monsters, most people are only around level 1 to 5. What's more, not just anyone can go out to hunt monsters. It's heavily influenced by one's role anointed by God. There are 8 such eligible roles: warrior, fighter, cleric, magician, rogue, merchant, hunter, and sorcerer. Those blessed with extraordinary power are divided into 3 types: royalty, heroes, and sages. But for the majority of the population, they have no such powers and live by farming or running shops. Towns are developed by those with the weakest role, the villagers. For the powerless villagers, going out to hunt monsters is equivalent to committing suicide. But one day, a certain 2-year-old child given the role of villager notices something. Once you defeat a monster, you can earn great wealth. Next up is we have Sakai Saiko no Ansatsusha, Isekai Kizuko ni Tensei Suru, or translated as the world's best assassin gets reincarnated in another world as an aristocrat. When the greatest assassin of the era is killed, he awakens before a goddess who offers to reincarnate him into another world. However, she has one condition: he must assassinate the hero of that world. And next at number 6 is we have Legend. Living in the Tohoku countryside, Reiji Saiki lost his life in an accident during summer vacation. However, he found himself in a white world with a strange glowing orb in front of his eyes. The orb claimed to be a magician of a different world, and he was looking for a person who would inherit the magic he had perfected in order to prevent the knowledge from disappearing. With that, Reiji, equipped with a new body and powerful magic, went to live in the world of Elgin. And so at number 5 is we have Spirit Migration. A spirit was floating in another world's dungeon, missing its memories, Eventually, he learned to possess other creatures, and using the bodies of the beasts in the dungeon, he made his way to the outside world, dragging a young female knight, a pretty young lady, and even a beautiful mercenary into the mix. Our protagonist begins his great adventure in this world. And so at number 4 is we have Spy X Family. For the agent known as Twilight, no order is too tall if it is for the sake of peace. Operating as Westalis Master Spy, Twilight works tirelessly to prevent extremists from sparking a war with the neighboring country, Ostania. For his latest mission, he must investigate Ostanian politician Donovan Desmond by infiltrating his son's school, the prestigious Eden Academy. Thus, the agent faces the most difficult task of his career: get married, have a child, and play family. Twilight, or Lord Forger, quickly adopts the unassuming orphan Anya to play the role of a 6-year-old daughter and prospective Eden Academy student. For a wife, he comes after Yor Briar, an absent-minded office worker who needs a pretend partner of her own to impress her friends. However, Lloyd is not the only one with a hidden nature. Yor moonlights as the lethal assassin Thorn Princess. For her, marrying Lloyd creates the perfect cover. Meanwhile, Anya is not the ordinary girl she appears to be. She is an Esper, the product of secret experiments that allow her to read minds. Although she uncovers her true identities, Anya is thrilled that her new parents are cool secret agents. She would never tell them, of course. That would ruin the fun. Under the guise of the Forgers, the Spy, the Assassin, and the Esper must act as a family while carrying out their own agendas. Although these liars and misfits are only playing parts, they soon find that family is about far more than blood relations. And so at number 3 is we have Black Haze. Black Haze follows the story of Rod Chirishi, a boy who carries a secret. He's actually the famous black magician, Blow, one of the youngest but strongest magicians in the world. In spite of this, lately his organization's master has only been sending him out on trivial missions like running errands and orchestrating petty revenge schemes for clients. One day, Rude encounters the powerful Duchess Diana Archan, who has come to request for his organization's help. Her second son, Leducis, has not been fitting well in at school, so she would like Rude to help him out. To do so, Rude must go undercover as a student at the famed School of Magic, Helios, and find out just why everyone calls the son of an esteemed duke a monster. Of course, Rude soon comes to realize that there is a lot more going on at this exclusive school than meets the eye. And so at number 2 is A Returner's Magic Should Be Special. Desir is returned to the past, back to the time when he enrolled at the nation's finest magic academy, Havrion. He is reunited with his precious friends, and is determined to change the past to save the world and his loved ones. 3 years remain before the emergence of the Shadow World. And at number 1 is we have Gamaran. Middle Edo period, one state becomes the gathering place for sinful martial artists who believe in nothing other than power, know of no other way of life other than letting himself go wild in the battle. That state is the Onabara state, the hunt of demons. Washitsu Nausata, the ruler of the powerful state Onabara, is looking for his successor. He calls upon all his 31 sons and tells them to search for whoever they believe to be the strongest martial artist of all. Each of the chosen martial artists then are to fight against each other until only one is left standing. Whoever is the winner, whoever has the strongest martial artist in nation by his side will become his successor. Out in the midst of the mountain is the dojo of the Daigame Ryu, or the giant tortoise style. There lives Kurogane Gama, the son of the legendary swordsman Kurogane Jinsuke, who is believed to be able to kill 1,000 martial artists in Onabara. There, one of the sons of Washitsu Nausata, Washitsu Naoshi, comes in search of the legendary swordsman, only to find that he had gone missing several years ago. After seeing the battle style of Gama, he instead chooses to ask Gama to come with him. Wanting to become stronger, Gama agrees to his offer, and that marks the beginning of Gama's battle to become the strongest of all. So that's it for today's video, guys, and like I said, give this video 30 likes for a part 2, and I'll see you guys on the next one.